The sound of the slap came first. Sharp. Loud. Unforgiving. The old woman staggered, steadying herself with her stick. "Watch where you're going, young man," the old woman said softly, correcting his rude shove. "Don't ever talk to me like that again," the boy snapped. "Get out of my way." She did not shout. She did not cry. She only lifted her eyes and looked at him for a long moment, then murmured words no one could clearly hear. The boy turned and walked away like nothing had happened. But the entire city of Kita, by the coast of Ghana, felt it in their bones. Life in Accra moved fast, but Kofi's reputation lingered like the smog from the city's traffic. At home, his mother, a weak seamstress mending clothes under a flickering bulb, pleaded with him daily. "Kofi, soften your heart. Humble yourself before the world crushes you." His father, a fisherman who rose before dawn to battle the waves, sighed weakly. "Son, the sea teaches us that waves break even the strongest rocks. Beauty of spirit outlasts the face." Kofi dismissed them with a wave. "The world owes me respect. I'm not like these mediocrity chasers in this city." He spent his days lounging at chop bars, arguing with anyone who dared challenge him, and eyeing the young women who gathered at the beachfront in the evenings. They gossiped about him. "We'll all find good jobs or husbands. Only the beggars and lunatics will approach him." Kofi scoffed. "Jobs? Marriage? Who needs that nonsense?" That evening, after the slap, the gossip intensified. At a roadside bar near the harbor, men clinked star beers and joked. "His tongue is sharper than a fisherman's hook, and his heart colder than the Atlantic at night." Laughter erupted, but Kofi, passing by on his way home, pretended not to hear. Inside, a tightness gripped his chest, a feeling he pushed down, refusing to name it fear. As night fell, the city's lights flickered on, masking the stars. The distant sound of high-life music from a nearby club mixed with the crash of waves. Kofi whispered to himself, "I am the pride of Accra. One day, they'll see." But in the quiet of his room, as he drifted to sleep, the old woman's murmur echoed faintly in his dreams, carried by the wind from the sea. That night, under a moon covered by coastal clouds, Kofi tossed on his thin mattress. A strange fever gripped him, his skin prickled, tightening as if invisible fingers molded it in the dark. Sweat poured from his brow, and his breath came in ragged gasps. Just before dawn, when the first call to prayer echoed from the mosques, he woke up with a scream that pierced the compound. His mother rushed in, dropping a pot of water. "Kofi! What is it?" But she recoiled in horror. His face had changed overnight. Dark, swollen patches bloomed across his cheeks, his lips twisted grotesquely, one eye puffed shut, the other bulging unnaturally. His skin felt like rough bark, and an ache throbbed deep in his bones. "Mother, what's happening to me?" he cried, his voice trembling for the first time. By morning, word spread through Jamestown like a storm surge. Neighbors gathered outside, craning for a look. Some sneered, "The proud one has fallen. Serves him right." Others pitied, "This is no ordinary sickness. The ancestors have spoken." Kofi's father, returning from the sea with empty nets, froze at the sight. "We must see the traditional healer," he said, voice shaking. "This is spiritual." The healer's shack in the outskirts of Accra smelled of incense and dried herbs, jars lining the walls like silent guardians. The old man, with eyes like polished ebony, examined Kofi and consulted his divining beads. "It is the old woman you slapped," he said. "Her curse clings to you like seaweed to a drowned man." Kofi's parents begged for a cure, but the healer shook his head. Only her forgiveness can lift it. You must humble yourself and beg. Kofi exploded. Beg that ragged old woman. Never. She's beneath me. His mother wept, clutching his swollen hands. Kofi, your body is wasting away. Swallow your pride before it's too late. But he refused, storming out despite the pain shooting through his limbs. Days blurred into agony, the swelling spread to his neck and arms, his joints screamed with every step, breathing became a labored fight. The city's hustle continued around him, but Kofi was trapped in his suffering. Neighbors' laughter turned to hushed sympathy, yet his pride held firm, a crumbling fortress against the tide of despair. One night, the pain peaked. Curled in fetal position, tears silent on his distorted face, Kofi saw his parents' exhaustion, their love cracking under worry. Something inside him shattered. Before sunrise, Kofi wrapped a cloth over his head, hiding his monstrous features, and slipped out. He didn't tell anyone. Limping through the awakening streets, past the bus stations, over the bridges spanning the Odo River, he headed toward the outskirts where the old woman was said to live, in a quiet suburb near the hills. Each step was torment, 1 mile, 2, 3. By midday, he found her modest home, smoke curling from a chimney. She sat outside, weaving a basket with deliberate calm. Kofi collapsed to his knees, heart pounding. "Grandmother," he whispered, voice breaking. "Forgive me. Forgive me for my arrogance, for disrespecting you." She looked up, unsurprised. "I knew pain would bring you here. It teaches what pride ignores." Tears streamed down his ruined face. "I was wrong. Please." She touched his chin gently. "Go home. Change your ways. Respect the elders. Show kindness to all. When your heart heals, your body will follow." No herbs, no rituals, just words that loosened the invisible trap around him. Exhausted but lighter, Kofi returned. His parents embraced him, relief flooding their eyes when he confessed. From then on, he changed, started greeting neighbors politely, helping his father mend nets, apologizing to those he'd wronged. No more strutting, humility softened his steps. Slowly, the swelling receded, his features eased, not flawless, but serene. The city watched in shock as the arrogant Kofi became a symbol of redemption. Even the old woman visited once, and when he bowed deeply, she smiled. "You have learned." In the end, across streets whispered a new tale: pride invites ruin, but humility rebuilds the soul.